So, the Grammys were this past Monday, and it was quite something. A lot of high points and a lot of low points. We're going to go over several of them that stood out the most to me. We had Bow Wow doing the beginning part of hosting, and he announced the start of the show too soon. He tried to recover by talking to random people in the audience, trying to get them to dance. It was a little awkward. Then the real host, LL Cool J, arrived. He's not a bad host, but maybe it's time to get someone new and fresh. He's been doing it the past couple of years. The first performance of the night was Taylor Swift, and she did pretty well. I kind of wish she picked a different song other than Out of the Woods, since it's like the weakest track on 1989. I wouldn't have expected her to go first, but I guess you need a big artist to start a big show. I'll be jumping around from place to place, but we'll go to the first award given out, which was Kendrick for Best Rap Album. Just as I expected, Kendrick nabbed that award. So far things are going pretty well. Some of the other performances included Little Big Town performing Girl Crush, which lost in the Song of the Year category to Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud, becoming Ed's first Grammy Award. I was actually pretty surprised, but I'm not mad about it. He's actually a really great artist, and I think he really deserves it. Stevie Wonder performed with Pentatonix to give a tribute performance to the late great Maurice White, founder of Earth, Wind & Fire. Also performance, Stevie announced Song of the Year winner, who was Ed Sheeran, made some blind jokes, as usual, and made a statement saying how everything should be accessible to people with disabilities, since the winner card was written in Braille. Couldn't agree more. Ellie Goulding and Sandra Day performed Love Me Like You Do. Nice. Chris Stapleton won Best Country Album for Traveler. Not surprising, it was a fantastic album. The remaining members of the Eagles paid tribute to the late great Glenn Frey with Take It Easy, and really every great fallen artist was paid tribute to that night. Of course, the Eagles for Glenn Frey, Chris Stapleton, Gary Clark Jr. and Bonnie Raitt paid tribute to B.B. King. That was really cool. Lady Gaga paid tribute to David Bowie, which was honestly one of the best performances of the entire night. The special effects were beyond incredible, and I just thought it was a great performance. Before Dave Grohl announced the first TV appearance of the Hollywood Vampires, he made a short speech about the impact the late great Lemmy Kilmister had on him, and the Hollywood Vampires paid tribute to him by playing Ace of Spades. Other performances included Alabama Shakes with Fight No More, which was a great performance, and they also won Best Rock Album for Sound and Color. That's a win. Justin Bieber performed a rock rendition of Where Are You Now with the grouping of Skrillex and Diplo, which forms Jack U. I was actually really hoping for a performance of the original EDM-influenced song, but I wasn't too mad over a rock rendition. Seeing Skrillex play guitar like back in his older days was interesting. Kendrick Lamar easily had the best performance of the night. You could just taste the white tears in the crowd. He performed The Blacker the Berry with a jail setup, then Alright with an African tribe setup, then a brand new song with all these flashing lights, and it was all so intense and personal. I just love every bit of it. Of course, a lot of white people went on to call it racist, and it's much like how people said Beyonce's performance of Formation at the Super Bowl was racist. Regardless, that performance blew me away and just about everyone else. Now, let's talk about something a bit more negative. Adele's performance. Anyone who watched it knew that there was a sound issue. A really janky sounding guitar kept popping in and out at random points, and Adele just wasn't on her A game at all. She was really reaching for a lot of those notes, and much of it came out flat. It's possible she was thrown off from the audio, maybe she was nervous, who knows. But either way, it was kind of sad to see an artist everyone was looking forward to see perform not do an amazing job, as well as there being audio issues to mess it up big time. So now we're going to talk about the big thing that happened that made a lot of people really upset and further tarnished the credibility of the Grammy Awards. Taylor Swift won Album of the Year not just over Kendrick, but over The Weeknd, Alabama Shakes, and Chris Stapleton, who all arguably released better projects than Taylor's. This was a huge disappointment, and I could almost see it coming from a mile away because the Grammys do this literally every single year. Look, I really liked 1989 a lot. Don't get me wrong, I've listened to it a ton of times. I have it right here in my CD collection. I've reviewed it on this channel. I still sing its praises. It was a great album, but Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly was simply otherworldly. You can't honestly tell me that Taylor's 1989 was a better album than Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly. Kendrick was doing so well. I mean, he already had the most nominations that night than anyone else. He won Best Rap Album plus several other awards. He had a mind-blowing performance, and it seemed like nothing could go wrong, unless, of course, he didn't win Album of the Year. Look, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, Grammys aren't a measuring stick for artistry, nor should they be. A Grammy Award is just that, an award. Really, the Grammys are a popularity contest. You really think the Academy will choose a racially charged hip-hop album with themes of black culture and black pride over a mainstream pop album that will sell millions with little to no controversy at all? Of course not. That's not how the Grammys work, and this kind of thing happens just about every single year. The only thing that can make this all better is Pitbull getting the final performance? What? But seriously, the Grammys always do something that makes people really upset. Yes, the Grammys are like the big major musical award show, but as much as people like to proclaim that the Grammys are about the art aspect of music, the actual award shows have proven otherwise over and over and over and over again. So we can't be mad. We know Kendrick was the real winner. No disrespect to Taylor. Kendrick was robbed for the second time. But to be honest, he probably doesn't even care. As long as he left a lasting impact, I don't think he could possibly care any less about winning a Grammy. That's the mark of a true artist. This year had a lot of nice performances, some meh, some not very great, and a few that were out of this world. I was also a little upset about Meghan Trainor winning Best New Artist over the likes of Tori Kelly and Courtney Barnett, especially, but I also saw that coming a mile away. Who didn't? I mean, I think the only surprising win was Ed Sheeran's, and that was not something I'm upset about. He really deserved it. And it was surprising, especially because Kendrick, Taylor, and Wiz Khalifa were all nominated. Anyways, we'll just have to see what next year holds. We can probably expect the likes of David Bowie, Anderson .Paak, One Direction, Kanye West, Adele, Charlie Puth, J. Cole, and maybe Beyonce by that point to get nominations. It's always exciting to see big players go up against each other, like this year with Kendrick, Taylor, The Weeknd, etc. But when you have stacked nominations, it's kind of sad knowing the underdog most likely won't win. Next year I'm hoping they aren't stacked and they give artists other than the usual suspects some worthwhile nominations. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, please hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to see more. And tell me what you all thought of the Grammys. Did you think they were good? Did you think they were bad? Do you think that somebody won that didn't deserve it? Or do you think that, everything was just fine? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, so I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Afro Avenger, out.